Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Monsters video. So in today's video, we have a new monster to review. This monster's name is Nahane, and apparently she'll be available in a marathon very soon. So this was shared by the community manager of the game, Table. I'm pretty sure you guys know her. So she actually shared this. We're gonna take a look at the skills, the stats, the relics, everything in general, and I'll give you guys my opinion on what I think about this monster. But anyways, before we get started, guys, if you are new to my channel, go on and hit that red subscribe button. Also drop a like. We recently hit 80,000 subscribers, so help me out get 90,000 subscribers next, please. Thank you. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and quickly read the backstory here. So the members of the Alliance of Dragons have decided to create their own high institution, the Ordo Dragonis, and open their own library. They think that one book in the monster library isn't enough to illustrate their hounds for thousands of years. Sorry, I thought that said hounds, but thousands of years of history and glory. They've also enlisted a very special librarian from the other side of the cosmic portal. Her name is Nahane. This is Nahane, by the way. She likes to be addressed as Master Librarian. Hey, what about the legendary library monster? You know, the one that was keeping track of all the books and everything. I forgot his name. Oh, the Keeper, right? And protector of knowledge of the Ordo. Alright, anyways, however, Nahane isn't only a librarian with a couple of fancy titles. She's also a powerful sorcerer with dark secrets. The Keeper, oh, I told you guys, the Keeper. Now they actually mentioned it here. The beloved librarian of the official monster library has accused her of manipulating the information in the books she's been writing about the history of dragons and even modifying the memories of the witness in key battles for the Alliance of Dragons. Speaking about dragons, this monster actually looks like a dragon, and Dragon City kind of reminds me of one of the dragons in Dragon City. Anyways, so the monster is Nahane. Here are the skill sets. We have Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath is actually one, that's a skill name of Darmit, right? General Darmit, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's one of his skills, the Dragon's Breath. But anyways, it's a low magic damage to all enemies, applies curse to all enemies, requires cooldown. That's interesting because a Dragon's Breath, you're expecting it to be like a fire damage, right? You know what I mean? Because it's Dragon's Breath, so it's supposed to be fire, but it's not. It's magic, and it applies curse and not burned. But anyways, so that applying that AoE curse isn't actually that bad. It's nice, okay? It's nice. It's pretty good for a denier. So it's not that bad there. That curse will eventually do a lot of damage each turn unless the enemy removes it, cleanse it, right? Secret of the Souls is next. It deals low special damage to all enemies, applies possession to all enemies. So it's an AoE possession. Nothing too good because if you don't, I'm not sure if this monster has, I haven't reviewed the other two skills, but so far we haven't seen any cleanse skills. So for a denier, even when you take the first turn, it's cool, you're applying possession and stuff, but what if the enemy is running a tank? You see Megatons so much on PvP, especially on the top bases. Like I'm talking about like the top 2000s, 3000s on PvP, like Legendary League, you know what I mean? But the lower leagues, you barely see any. You see tanks like Armor Claw and stuff like that, but you barely see any Megatons. But I'm just talking about like the Legendary Leagues and stuff, right? You'll see a lot of Megatons. So anyways, let's just see if she actually has a cleanse skill. Mind Control is another one, deals heavy special damage to one enemy, applies possession and curse to one enemy. Possession, curse, not bad. It's to one enemy, by the way, so it's alright, I'd say. Alright, so you're applying possession and curse. Hopefully they're not immune to possession. If they are immune to possession, then you're just applying the curse and the damage, right? You're just hitting them with that. We also have this last skill right here. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but I'm not even gonna try to. So apparently it's a moderate magic damage to all enemies, applies mega possession to all enemies, and freeze to all allies. So here's the thing, that mega possession is actually quite nice. The freeze to all allies, I know a lot of people are like, what, you're applying freeze to all your allies? Hey, that's bad and stuff like that. It's alright. What if you're running this monster with the Megatons? Like, for example, one of the Megaton monsters that are immune to freeze, like, what's that recent one? Cryo Crawler? I finally pronounced it correctly. But yeah, Cryo Crawler, right, is immune to freeze. So when you have that monster to ring 3, you have the Status Caster Megaton, or even if you don't have it to ring 3, but let's say that monster went already and you applied his Megaton skill, right? You got that Status Caster Megaton, you use this skill, you're mega possessing the enemies, the freeze, he'll attract it and he won't even be frozen. You can also do it with other Megaton monsters, but I'm just saying the best one would be most likely Crawler, sorry. So yeah, it's actually not that bad. But the thing is, this monster is relying on possession so much. Literally, almost all of his skills are basically him relying on possession. That's not good. That's actually not good. Not just that, but also the fact that this monster doesn't have a cleanse skill as a denier. That's not good. So another thing I could think of is you could pair this monster up with Tabora and the Megaton monster, right? And Tabora could take in the first turn, remove positives, basically getting rid of the Megatons if they have Megatons. If they don't have a Megaton, you could just remove positives and also trade disable them. That'll help even more because then you could just easily apply your possession. And not just that, I want to actually show you guys this as well. The relics really save this monster, not gonna lie. Staff and Amulet. So Amulet, you can run like Scherzer's Amulet, right? And you remove 50% stamina from there. Not just that, but also Staff. You can run Pump Seed Staff, and you can remove even more stamina there. So those two relics will really work a lot. Like, it'll work out very well with this monster. So the relics do save this monster, I'd say. But yeah, if you could run it with Tabor or something, it'll work out well. Okay. Anyways, so it says Nahane is a magic controller with possession skills. She can curse or possess all enemies, and even mega possess all of them, but she will also freeze her allies. Nahane has an evolving traits. Okay. So here are the evolving traits. At rank 0, you have tough. Okay, that's good. At rank 1, she becomes immune to stun. That's alright. That could come in handy in some cases. And then at rank 3, she'll gain precision at start of every battle. So as you guys could see, the precision is actually a status caster, so it will run out a couple of turns later. So if you could get this to monsters to rank 3, that status caster precision is actually not that bad to have, because then you can fully land your possession, right? And you can do so much. I'm gonna definitely say this. People are definitely going to use this monster in Gauntlet. If you have it ranked and stuff, people are definitely going to use it. You can run it with Tabora and Megataunt. Basically just removing positive status effects, trade disabling them, hitting them with possession, right? AoE possession or something. And then removing full stamina from them with Pump Seed Staff and Scherzer's Amulet. I hope you guys do have those two relics. If you don't, then I don't know. I just feel like those two relics would work very well with this monster. Books, Dragon, who could have guessed? Families, and Spirits. So taking a look at the stats, we have 10,096 speed at rank 5. All of this are rank 5, by the way. So 10,096, that's actually pretty average, I'd say. Then you have 2,980. That's actually kind of low, not gonna lie. The life is low at rank 5. Yes, that's low. And then the power, 17,472. You don't really need to worry about that since this monster is a denier, of course. But anyways, so those are just the stats at rank 5. This is a magic, a cosmic, mythic, by the way. And so we're going to take a look at some of the skills that weren't mentioned up there, that are mentioned right here. So let's start off with the basic attacks. We have a moderate magic damage to one enemy. I don't think anybody's going to run that, but it is a 0 cooldown and it costs only 2 stamina. We also have a Master Librarian, which is a low magic damage to one enemy, applies possession. It's a 0 cooldown, so if you want to run it just in case if you get hit with TD or something, you can have that as a backup. I wouldn't really recommend doing it, but if you want to do it, go ahead. You have Dragon's Whisper as well, which is a moderate magic damage to one enemy, applies curse to one enemy. So you're just going to apply a curse and do some damage. And that's also a 0 cooldown with 32 stamina cost. Spirit Hardened is a precision, self-precision, right? You're also applying immunity to possession to yourself as well. So self-precision and also possession immunity, it's 1 turn cooldown, 29 stamina cost. And then the rest of them, we've already taken a look at it up here. And then finally, the ultimate applies Mega Possession and Curse to all enemies. Once again, if the enemy has Megataunt, you don't want to go ahead and use the ultimate right away, because that's going to be a waste of the ultimate. Try to cleanse the Megataunt first, and then, you know, doing that. And hopefully the enemies aren't running like Vampirial Troll or something. But if they are, you could trade disable it once again. But if you can't, then that kind of sucks, because you're only going to be hitting them with the curse. You know what I mean? But the Mega Possession is actually very nice to land. Alright, so overall, here is what I think about this monster. If you have Tabora, if you have that monster, if you have a Mega Taunt, doesn't matter what Mega Taunt it is, but if you have one, then you'll be fine, okay? Another team I could think of that would be very nice to run this monster with would be Mana Fusion and Lindworm. Mana Fusion, you can go ahead and basically trade disable everyone, remove their positives, turn transfer over to this monster. You can go with your AoE Mega Possession, but there is a downside. Your allies will get hit with that freeze, right? So there is a downside to that. But other than that, you could just go with the second skill, Secret of the Souls. Just land the AoE Possession. But once again, we have other monsters actually, not better, but we have other mythics that could also land like AoE Possession and stuff. If I remember correctly, Witch Cat also does that, so yeah. But if you have those type of monsters, this mythic will be fine. If you don't have it, I wouldn't consider ranking this monster up or anything. Let's say if you get it from the race or something, I wouldn't recommend ranking it up if you have those monsters, or if you don't have those monsters, sorry, like Tabora, Megatons, everything else that I mentioned. So that's just my opinion. I want to hear your guys' opinion, what you actually think about this mythic and everything like that in the comments down below. But that's going to be pretty much it reviewing this monster. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.